Hey there, and welcome back to Above the Noise. If you are a business owner and you have been burned by marketing that has overpromised and underdelivered, then this is the podcast for you. Welcome. I'm Christy Wilson, and if you're anything like I was, you have probably spent a ton of money, right? Been locked into contracts with agencies or freelancers, and you just didn't see the results that you were hoping for, right? Your marketing did not pay for itself. There just wasn't that ROI. Well, here's the truth. It's not your fault. It's really not. You just haven't found the right partner yet. Marketing should pay for itself, regardless of what you've heard, what anyone's told you. You should have an ROI, right? That's why people have a marketing budget. It's why they spend marketing dollars, right? To get that return on their investment. So today, as usual, we're going to break down some real strategies that business owners like you can use to grow your business, attract more customers, more clients, more patients, and finally see that return on your marketing efforts, right? All right, if you're ready, let's jump in and do it. So, today we are going to talk about why no one's opening your emails, right? And how to fix it. So why are people not opening your emails, right? If you're doing email marketing, or maybe you haven't even started email marketing and you're just looking at it. If so, this is also for you because we're going to talk quickly and briefly at a high level about how to fix the problem of people just deleting the emails. All right. So, this marketing move, if you will, I like to call it a marketing move, is quietly underperforming for a lot of small business owners, and they're paying a lot of money, right? It's email. Now, before you even say, because I know this question is going to come up, Christy, I'm going to roll my eyes here. I'm going to say email marketing's dead. It's all about texting. It's all about your SMS. It's all about your funnels and your ads. But I'll be honest, email marketing for us is quite effective. Depending upon what your business is, it can be quite effective. So email marketing is not dead. I hate to say it, but it's not. It's just changed. Right? So what used to work and the way it used to work back in 2016, 2018, 2019, it's not the same as it is today in 2025, right? You're not going to get the same results if you're using those methods. And I certainly don't want you wasting time writing emails that no one is going to open, look at, or read, right? We don't want you wasting time. So today, let's walk through exactly why I'm seeing in my experience why your open rates may be low and what you can adjust now to turn things around, right? So, biggest question, and this is the biggest question I get when we have a client onboarding or transitioning from another email marketing company. Well, I was doing it, but my emails just aren't getting opened. Why not? Okay, so you're writing emails, and maybe you're sending them regularly, but your open rate is not quite what you expected, right? So one of the things I see is emails are going out at random times, and yes, that does matter. Number two, and one of the biggest things, your subject lines are trying too hard, or maybe they're not trying at all. It could be one or the other. They're boring, robotic templates that feel, and when you open the email, there's another boring, robotic template. Or maybe you're just throwing content out there and there's no clear plan, right? Or maybe you've just punched something in, pasted in something from ChatGPT, and you're like, we're good, right? Or you use the AI generator. Unfortunately, email open rates have a lot to do with the subject line, number one. I think it's like over 60% of people decide if they're going to open it from that subject line. Timing does play into it, relevance to that individual, and then, yes, how clean your email list is. So let's break it down a little bit more. You want to send out your emails at the right time. And yes, it matters, because if you're sending your emails on a Tuesday at 11:32 a.m., just because you felt like it, don't. Data is what you should be looking at, right? You should be looking at data and adjusting. Studies show, the data shows that timing does matter. And most email platforms today have some kind of send time optimization feature. Use it and test it and readjust it. And don't just go on that. Run your own data. You can pull those stats in most of those platforms and then evaluate it. So analyze, evaluate how effective, and adjust as necessary. Start by sending out at 9 a.m. on a local time weekday if you're reaching out to businesses, and then test it from there. See how it performed and look at what the optimization recommendations are. Okay? Big thing. Subject lines are everything. Yes, they are. The subject line is like your hook in any social media video, in any image, in anything, in a newspaper, if you're old enough to have read the newspaper. It's a make or break moment. It's the billboard for the email. If it is not good, no one is going to see what's inside. Awesome messaging doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your subject line is going to determine over 60% of the time if that email is going to be opened at all. So here's what I see working so far this year. Keeping it short, under 50 characters, super sweet spot, short. Use curiosity or relevance. Don't throw out an offer. Avoid the words such as free and limited time only, and we immediately see that and we're like, delete. Personalize it when it makes sense to do so. Yes, names can work when they're used right. So can personalized information that you can now pull thanks to a lot of AI and different platforms. And use real human language. Please don't use marketing buzzwords. Please don't use ChatGPT's spit out response. Instead of download a free whatever it is today, you want to put something that is going to grab their attention. Oh, this is what business owners are still getting wrong in their lead gen, right? Make it feel personal, even if it's not one email to one person. You still want it to feel like it is, because people are going to open emails that feel like they were written just for them, right? Not corporate blasts, no promotional dumps that everybody on the list got, and segment your list. Yes, segment your list. It's important. Talk to your customers at the stage they're in their journey. Don't send beginners these pro-level tips or vice versa, or throw in something that is not relevant to where they are. You do want to put in some simple personalization. Sure, first name still works, but it works even better if you pair it with thought this would help based on what you downloaded. If they clicked us at the hey, I saw you clicked on the podcast, thought you might like XYZ, right? Or a great one is LinkedIn is such a gold mine right now, right? You can go in and say, based on your post here, I thought this may be helpful. Or based on your comment, this is what I liked and this is what I'm thinking. So that can be really effective. Also, what type of email are you sending? That's going to matter too, right? Automated behavior-based emails and newsletters are actually pulling in higher open rates than any of those generic promos or random one-off things that people send out. You really want to focus in on behavior-based emails if you can. So what that means is if someone has opted in for something, send a quick email right away that welcomes them. Get personal about it. Make them feel like yay and remind them why they opted in, right? You can use a format that feels like a note from someone, a one-on-one email, not some press release, not some generic thing, not something that they feel like they just got in this mass group email, right? Keep it as conversational as you can. Keep it valuable, because otherwise they're not going to open anything else from you. But if they found value in what they open, they're going to want more, right? Keep it actionable, something they can walk away with and do right now in the next few minutes and get a result, or in the next 24 hours is a big thing. Preferably they could do it right now, right? So you want to personalize it, right? Make sure that that subject line, which is your hook, that's what it is. It hooks them in, it gets their attention. It's something they're going to want to open, right? It's going to trigger curiosity to open it. They're going to want to know more. It's something that's important to them. It's relevant to them. So make sure that subject line is relevant and acts as a hook that is going to make them want to open the email. Second, once you get past that first hurdle of opening the email, you send it at a good time, they see it, it's not just stacked up and they're just deleting through everything that came in overnight, right? They are looking at it and they're like, I do want a little more on that. When they open it, make sure it's not this, ridiculous marketing jargon, confusing stuff that nobody even looks at, or they're bored by line 1 or 2. Same thing. As soon as it is opened, that's when you need to hook them back in, right? So our attention spans are short, right? Nowadays, attention spans are short. If you can't keep them hooked in early on, they're not going to continue reading it, right? Put something in there valuable. Let them know the expectation of this is what you're getting. That's right. And then start laying it out. Start giving away valuable things, your gold, things that you reserved in the past. Give that away. Give them the how-to. Give them the exact instruction. Give them the what they need, right? And then they're going to say, wow, this is really valuable, and continue on. Well, then what happens? They're going to open the next email, you're going to nurture, or they're going to reach out from that email and say, wow, this person really knows what they're talking about on subject X, or this was really interesting to me. So I feel like this is the person to reach out to get more information. Because remember, do not be afraid to give away your best stuff, because as we've talked about so many times, it's not about having the knowledge. Many people buy these courses, buy these trainings, say, how many times have you saved a webinar that you really intended to get to, and suddenly it's 6 months later, it's outdated, and you're like, oh shoot, I never even listened, right? Because you got busy. It's implementation, it's applying that knowledge that makes it effective, and that's where people fail 99% of the time. It's not that they don't have the knowledge, it's not that they can't access the knowledge. So give them the knowledge, give them everything they need, give it all away to them. And I find that people come to me asking for help on that implementation or application piece of things, okay? And don't forget to analyze. Use tools that can show you what's actually getting your clicks, getting you to open, getting responses. Use that information to improve. Don't just guess. Testing's okay, A/B testing, not guessing. So remember, email is not dead. Your strategy just might not be good. Sorry, not sorry, just being honest. So if your emails are a copy-paste of what you were sending 5 years ago, I can tell you it's probably not going to cut it. The market is smarter, more distracted than ever, and less patient than ever. You have to lead with genuine value. And you have to lead with something that stands out from the sea of competitors. Get creative. Be real, be unique, be yourself, be standoutish, okay? Yes, I made that word up. Be standoutish. And as a final thought, and maybe even an action step for this week, right? I would recommend that you take one of your recent emails, if you're sending them, look at the subject line, and then ask yourself the following questions, or write your first email, write your first subject line, and then ask yourself these questions. Would I open this If I were the recipient, if I were that person, put yourself in their shoes, would I open this? Does it sound like something I'd actually say out loud? Am I not giving away enough value? If you feel like any of those things you're saying yes to, then rewrite it, test it, track it. And if you're still feeling stuck, shoot me a DM at the Profitability Pathmaker on all platforms. Shoot me an email, info@nextlevelconnected.com, and I'll take a peek at any subject line you have. No call needed, no weird sales push, I promise. Just send it over and I'll review a subject line and shoot it back over, drop it in your inbox, and let you know my thoughts on that. All right. And remember, your people, the right people, the people that you want to get to, they do want to hear from you. You just want to make sure that you're providing them what they want to hear from you, right? So let's make sure they're actually opening the email. Yes, very important. That is the biggest hurdle to get over. And then your value, of course, in the email and proving that you are the expert and you are there to provide them with what they're looking for. And remember, if you are a business owner who is just tired of wasting money on marketing that hasn't worked and you want real, actual results, I know, ROI, imagine that. You don't want any contracts. Well, then I've got something for you. We at Next Level Connected follow a super simple, no contracts, just results approach that helps businesses like yours grow without all of the unnecessary spend, the headaches, the implementation, right? Yes. So if you want to see what's working right now, even, feel free to reach out to me. I'll shoot you over a free 30-day growth blueprint for your business. Send me your business name and info. You can go to nextlevelconnected.com and submit it, info@nextlevelconnected.com, and I'll personally send you a little plan that I put together that I would do if it were my business to help me bring in more leads, more customers, more clients, more patients. It's free, no strings attached. You don't have to go on the phone call. You don't have to go in a session. It's just free. And if you found today's episode helpful at all, feel free to share it with a fellow business owner who may have also been struggling with their marketing recently. Again, I'm Christy Wilson, and I cannot wait to hear how these strategies work for you. Let's get your business above the noise. Let's get those leads. Let's get those clients. Let's get those customers. Let's get those patients. Until then, see you next time.